I'm Richard Brody. I'm a film critic at The New Yorker, and these are the 3 best films I've seen so far in 2023. With long lists, I hate reverse order, but with 3 films, I think reverse order is fine.
That's great.
First up is Pinball, The Man Who Saved the Game, directed by the brothers Austin and Meredith Bragg. It is a weird fact that the game of pinball was illegal in New York from the 1940s through 1976. Austin and Meredith Bragg made a film based on the true story of Roger Sharp, a journalist who single-handedly undertook the journalistic and political activities that persuaded the New York City Council to legalize pinball.
Tell us everything about the greatest shot you ever took.
The movie Pinball is in a genre that I call the pisser. It's a movie that runs on a disproportion between the size of the actions in the film and the large scale of results that emerge from them. It's a movie that's full of games and narrative gamesmanship. At the same time, its action is quite earnest. It takes seriously the power of journalism to effect change. And it's also a remarkable, tender love story between young Roger Sharp and a woman named Ellen Steinberg, played by Crystal Reed. It's a low-budget, small-scale film that nonetheless resounds mightily with the weird and tangy echoes of history. Next is 1001, directed by A.V. Rockwell. A.V. Rockwell's first feature, 1001, is also a New York-based story, and it's also a historical drama, but the time period is a different one. It's set in the city between 1994 and the mid-2000s. Its protagonist, Inez, played as a force of nature by Teyana Taylor, is a young black woman, 22 years old, who, when she's released from Rikers Island, goes back to her Brooklyn neighborhood and meets up again with a boy named Terry, who was taken from her and put into foster care when she was incarcerated.
I just wanted to come say bye, just for a little while. I think they're gonna move you. I don't know where yet, but I'll see you soon.
When Inez comes out of Rikers, she radically changes her life. She's a responsible, ambitious, forward-looking person who raises Terry with great love and great attention. But in the course of the drama, the system rises up like a monster from the sea. The movie is held together by Teyana's performance. I called her a force of nature, but she's also a force of culture. The character of Inez carries with her the power of history and memory.
You get to be the saint while I'm stuck here fighting these wars all by myself. What the show up for me, like, show up for me.
And though it's early in the year, I will be equally astonished and angry if she doesn't get an Oscar nomination for it. Finally, there's Showing Up, directed by Kelly Reichardt. I confess, I haven't really loved most of Kelly Reichardt's films until now. Her new film, Showing Up, is different.
Good job, Eric. Good job, girls.
It's centered on a character named Lizzie, played by Michelle Williams, a sculptor in Portland, Oregon, who seems to be impressing her own reality onto the screen as if spontaneously. And the result of this is that Reichardt herself seems to be directing spontaneously, responding to something that she's seeing very clearly, and creating life on the screen as if she were painting it.
Easy on the cheese. It's for everyone. I don't want to run out.
Cheese is out on the table. You shouldn't put cheese out on the table if you don't want people to eat it.
Some of the most passionate scenes in the film involve Williams' hands-on work with the sculptures in the film that were actually made by the artist Cynthia Lottie. Lizzie's a character who seems to come to life in this film from the inside out. And Reichardt looks at her with passion, and it's a passion that Reichardt not only responds to, but that she raises in her direction. Reichardt conveys the sense that this very passionate looking, the kind that Lizzie does at the world and the kind that she herself does through the camera in the making of this film, is the very essence of art. None of these films can be considered a box office hit. In the long run, this doesn't matter at all. Nobody looks back at films fondly because they were hits. The films that ultimately matter with no regard whatsoever to their box office. The real danger in such an unstable market isn't only that filmmakers like Reichardt, Rockwell, and the Braggs won't get to make their next films so readily, but also that other filmmakers, whose names we don't even know yet, won't get to make their films at all. Films that, if they were made, we'd be talking about here next year.